Hey guys, so we're going to be talking about how to reverse a list in Python without using any external libraries and only built-in functions and methods. So basically we're going to talk about 6 different ways, and those are being using a reverse method, using slicing, using a reversed function, using a for loop, using list comprehension, and then using recursion. So let's see how to do this. So the first way we are going to discuss is using the reverse method. So what is the reverse method? So basically here you see that we define a list with a number of elements and we print this list. Then this list will have a method of reverse, which we can use on the list, which basically reverses the list in place. So if we print this same list out, we will see that it has been reversed. So let's take a look at this in action, and we execute the script. And as you can see, the original list 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The reversed list using the reverse method is 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So the second way we can do this is by using slicing. So let's see how this works. As you can see, we're defining our list again, printing it out, and then we are going to create a new list from the old list using slicing. So what is this exactly? In a list, you can define 3 parameters, basically the start, the stop, and the stepping. So we are not going to define the start and the stop of the list because we want this to iterate through the whole list, and we're going to be defining the stepping. The stepping basically here is -1 because we want to go through the list backwards. So that's why it is -1. And then we print out the new list, which we have created from the slicing. So let's see how this works. We execute our script. And as you can see, the original script is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And the reverse using slicing is 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So what happens then if we just put it as a +1 and execute the same script? You see here that it just goes forward through the script. All right then, so negative makes it goes backwards. So let's say we define 2 as the stepping. So then what happens? Well, as you can see here, the script basically is skipping every second element. So basically we get the 5 and then we skip the 4, we get the 3, and then we skip the 2, and then we get the 1. So the third way is by using the reverse function. So let's see what this is. Again, we're defining our list, printing it out, and then here we are defining a new list which we are going to use to hold the reversed elements. So let's see what's happening here. As you can see, here's the reversed function, which is a built-in function, and it takes in our list. Now what this does is basically it reverses the order of the values, but we have to wrap it inside of a list because this does not produce a list. So this way we get our reversed list and then we print it out. So let's execute this one and see what's going on. As you can see, original list 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, reversed using the reversed function 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, so for the fourth way we're going to try is using a for loop. And this is a little bit more involved, but we're going to take it step by step to see what's going on. So as you can see, we're defining our list as usual, printing it out. Then here we define another empty list, which we're going to append our reversed elements to. Then here we start the for loop using the range function, which basically takes a start, stop, and stepping parameter. So the start is going to be the length of the current list, -1. And the reason for that is because we want to start from back of the list, which is on the 4th element. So as you can see here is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, because lists always start from 0. And then we want to stop at -1. So why are we stopping at -1 and not 0? Because we want to take into account the 0 element. So we have to stop at -1. And the third parameter, which is the stepping at -1, is to tell it to move backwards. And basically, as we go through this for loop, the new list is being appended to from the elements that are in my list according to the index that we are defining in the for loop. Then we print this out. So let's take a look at that. And we execute the script. And as you can see, original list is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And the reverse using loop is 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So let's see what happens here if we change where we're going to stop to 0. Okay. So then we execute this and let's see what happened here. The reverse using the loop was 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So as you can see, it did not take into account element number 1 because it stopped at 0. It did not take it. Hence why here we stop at -1. So the fifth way we are going to explore is by using list comprehension. And list comprehension is the more Pythonic way of creating lists in Python. So let's see how this works. So here we are creating our list and printing it out. This is where the list comprehension part comes in. So for the list comprehension, we have an item, an iterable, and an expression. So basically here, this is what loops over our list, as we have done with the looping function before. And basically here is the list, which accesses each element in it. And from that, we create a new list that holds the reverse order. And then we print it out. So let's see this in action. As you can see, the original list is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and the reverse using the comprehension is 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And just as we went over, if we do change here the stop to be at 0, and we run this again, as you can see, it will stop at 2 and not include the 1 because the 1 is at 0. So the sixth and the last way we are going to explore is by using recursion. So what is recursion? Recursion is basically a function that calls itself until a specific condition is met, which makes it exit the function. So let's check this out. Here we're defining our list as usual, and we're printing it out. And here is the recursive function itself. And this is the condition of which is met. Then the function will exit. So here we are stating that if the length of the list is equal to 0, then return an empty list, hence terminating the function. And the recursive part here is basically what is reversing this list. So what does this do? So let's check this out. So if we define our list here, like so, and then let's say I want to take this part to see what it outputs, I will print my list, and as we mentioned before, the start is at -1, and we print that, so we can see that it gives us the last element in the list. So then what does this do? So let's print my list, and the stop is at -1. So it removes the last element from the list because it will stop at this element. So our list has become shorter. And as you can see, it is being fed into the function itself, hence going back, which is the recursion. So here we are defining a new list and using this recursive function, giving it the defined list and printing out the new reversed list. So let's see this in action. And there we go. So the original list is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and the reverse using recursion is 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, guys. So basically, we went over the 6 ways we can reverse a list in Python using only built-in functions and methods. And I have included here a Python script, which basically includes all of them together, one after the other. So if we were to run this, you can get an overview of all of them together on how they output one after the other, as you can see. And I will include the link to this repository in the description. And if you guys would like to see more explanations like this, please do like the video and subscribe so I can produce more for you. Thank you.